Idan, Goedele talks about the environmental setting or the context. You compare Nieuwe Autoriteit to an apple pie, stating that 3 apples changed the world, right? The first one tempted Eve, the second inspired Newton, and the third was offered to the world half-eaten by Steve Jobs. Can you tell us what it means concerning context factors and about the child-parent relationship and the difficult child?
Exactly. I think that the idea that about the 3 apples, it's a kind of a metaphor for a different kind of relationship. I was talking before about a relationship between a parent and the child, between a teacher and a student. The metaphor here is more about the relationship between parenting and society. And the way that I look at the 3 apples, at the beginning there was religion, represented by the temptation that Eve got the apple, all right? And back then in time, what was the message concerning parent-child relationship? You should honor your father and mother so that you may live long in the land of the Lord. I don't believe much in God, to be honest, but and you know, honor your father and mother. I think it's very important so that you may live long in the land of the door. I don't like when people threaten me or whatever. So it's a bit tricky, but sometimes, yes, we need to honor our parents. I think it's something that we need to put inside. But then came science, represented by the apple that fell on Newton's head. And what science has discovered is the importance of the child's self-image, of the child's psychological needs. And in some part, I think that we became, all parents and caregivers became slaves of that aspect. The problem is that in all times, I could understand the deal was very simple. I'm your father, you're my boy, I will give you shelter, I will give you food, and you will obey. Now the deal has changed. I'm your father, I need to give you food, I need to give you shelter, and I need to take care of your psychological needs. But how do I take care of psychological needs? I know how to build a house, I know how to work for food, whatever, but psychological needs is a tricky business. I think that the best metaphor is the book, Baby in Childcare, that was set in 1946, around 70 years ago. That book was a bestseller in the world, the second bestseller in the world for over 40 years. No book reached the foot of that book. But that was exactly the shift from parent-child relationship concerning religion, you should honor your father and mother, or going to professionals that will teach you how to do the exact thing. And then comes the third apple that also changed dramatically. Not only that the burden on parents are now to take care of the child's psychological need, that sometimes they don't know how to take care of that. The third apple represents the screenagers. Teenagers who are always on the screens, and we as adults are immigrants in a culture or in a digital world, and we don't know exactly how to handle, so we became even more weak. So it represents changes in society, in culture, in our world, definitely, that influence dramatically the parent-child relationship. From a point of view of you should honor your father and mother, to a point of view where I should take care of the child's psychological need, to a point of view where the child is a better expert than I am concerning screen, concerning the digital world. So you see how the position of the authority figure is weakening slowly but surely. And that's exactly where we need to try to bake an apple pie. Because there are some good things in the old authority, in the old traditional authority. There are some very good things in science, in the knowledge that we know as expert that we need to give. And you know what? We also have the ability to create more presence, just like Goedele said before. We are in contact with emails, we are in contact with Skype talks. I can sit in Israel and talk with one of the best teams that I know here in Belgium concerning how to do the work. And when I talk with Stan, with teams over there, and I give them support, just imagine. The distance became that. And we can contact through Steve Jobs' ideas. There are some good things in everything. And we can take the good parts of each apple and make an apple pie. And the apple pie is the new authority. That's what we're trying to do. Take that part and that part and that part. Let's bake an apple pie and let's taste it. And if people, and more people will feel that apple pie is good for their taste, then we got it. That's our intention for that.